Okay, so I'm doing this thoughts on watching a lot quicker than I thought I was going to be because for some reason I didn't actually know this, but when I went to go back to iPlayer just to have a browse round, I got recommended on iPlayer the next episode of My Mum Tracy Beaker, which I thought was a bit weird because I thought, hang on, it's not out until tomorrow. It turns out all three episodes dropped immediately on iPlayer the same time episode one was actually broadcast. And you can also watch, which I later watched, the a 90-minute movie version, which basically just, obviously just puts all the episodes together. So yeah, you can watch all of My Mum Tracy Beaker. Now, I am going to have to go into spoilers because I'm talking about episodes 2 and 3. So if you haven't watched it or if you care about it, then it's on BBC iPlayer right now. You can watch all the episodes there. Anyway, here we go. Episodes 2 and 3. So, yeah, obviously, the cliffhanger to episode 1 was Sean supposes to Tracy Beaker, and that's immediately followed up with her daughter Jess deciding to think about it for Tracy, and so they think about it, and then Tracy then says yes later on. And when I say later on, I mean like 5 minutes later. In fact, it probably is less than that. And again, that's the problem of we don't know how long they've been going out together. They could have been going out together for months. They could have been going out together for weeks or even fucking days. And I've just dropped my tablet. That was clever. So, yeah, that's the biggest issue with that, is that they could have just been going out for a very short period of time. They could have been going out for a long period of time. We just actually don't know. But if we ignore that, episodes 2 and 3, I think, are much better paced in terms of pacing than episodes 1 and 2. But episodes 2 and 3 do have their other problem, and it's on screen right now, and it's Justine Littlewood. And the problem is that she is just the running for fan service. Now, it is nice to see her again. It is really nice to see her again, but as all the hype was, her appearances are little more than just a cameo in episode 2 and then another cameo in episode 3. Her appearance is literally less than 5 minutes. In fact, it's probably only about 3 minutes long total. So, yeah, but the thing is, her appearance, and here we go, does matter for the story in 3, 2, 1. Here's the spoiler. Sean cheats on Tracy with Justine Littlewood. Yeah, the thing is, it's really weird as it kind of just comes out of nowhere. I'm not joking, it literally just does come out of nowhere, because Justine Littlewood, on her own accord, just goes to Sean's house, and she's there to do some sort of brand deal or something like that, and that's when the cheating starts. After that, Sean has a secret phone. Yeah, we're getting that cliche that he has a secret phone that he keeps in his office that he messages Justine on. Fucking hell. Just, like, what? Are you serious? He has a secret phone. Oh my god. And it's just like, really? Really? An actual secret phone? Just, this just sounds like a bloody parody of itself in that way. Like, it just seems bloody ridiculous. And the problem is, apart from having someone to cheat on, Justine doesn't really have any other substance to the plot. And also, this is not the Justine we met in Tracy Beaker Returns. There's glimpses of that, but this is more like Justine Littlewood as a kid, and this seems more like what she would actually grow up as. So, yeah, it's kind of like a mixture of the Justine Little we got in Tracy Beaker Returns, and then the child version of herself. It just seems a bit odd because it, I don't know. She seems in her very limited appearance to be a bit sleazy and bit. I don't know. To be honest, I can't really judge much of her because she's barely in this, as I said. So eventually, obviously, Tracey finds out about this and immediately, obviously, breaks off the wedding. And honestly, Sean cheating on Tracey, like this is after. Sean has already proposed, and he keeps going on about how much he loves. So it's just like, fucking hell, how stupid can you be? This is just. I honestly don't know. Like, if it was an in between phase or something like that, the problem is it just feel. I think that's the problem with this. It just feels like everything is just kind of shoved in to it. Ironically, episode 3 actually feels about the right length. So episode episode 1 needed to be 2 episodes, really, and episode 2 kind of needed to be 2 episodes as well to pace things out, because it just kind of feels all shoved together. But episode 3 is, again, much better paced, I think, is out of the 3 of them, because obviously Tracey breaks up with him, with Sean, and, to be fair to it, it kept going after it. Yeah, a lot of shows would kind of just stop at the breakup when Tracey leaves and everything, and things go back to how they were before. No, it continues for another 20 minutes where we see Tracey gets really depressed because of it. She's going through the motions of an actual breakup. And, yeah. And at the same time, obviously, she loses her job because Justine Littlewood goes into the cafe that Tracey works in, and Tracey actually assaults Justine Littlewood. She actually physically punches her down to the ground. We don't actually see any harm come to her. I mean, Justine Littlewood just kind of falls to the ground and gets ketchup put all over her. But yeah, that's, to be honest, that was quite satisfying to watch. But the way it's shot, it just looks a little bit over the top. It doesn't look like I don't know. Just the way it's shot, it just looks, again, just a bit over the top, and the way it's done. And the fact is, oh god, CBBC. Jesus Christ, there's a reason I don't watch anything CBBC anymore. Literally, when Tracey and Justine Littlewood meet eyes in the cafe, no joke, this actually does happen. A fucking split screen, and then a Versus logo appears. Oh god. And the thing, it's a shame because I was really enjoying it at this point. It becomes a nice little drama, and then it just takes you out of it. It just takes you out of it, and it's just really talking down to the kids, really, who are probably watching this, and the adults who are watching this as well, who grew up with this stuff. It just seems like it's pretty demeaning in that way. Now, I know it's strange because obviously they would have the cutaway, cartoon animations in Tracy Beaker and Tracy Beaker Returns. They don't have it in this. And I think rather than doing an actual Versus graphics and that on the screen, maybe to have that to show what Tracy's going through or thinking, it would be nice to have had that in there, but that isn't in there in this one, unfortunately. But other than that, the point across is pretty well done, and it is actually nice the scene afterwards where Justine and Tracey have a very short discussion about it, but Justine Littlewood is actually jealous of Tracey's life because it's revealed that Justine, again, has a boyfriend. So she is cheating on her boyfriend as well with Sean when she was cheating on him. So yeah, and it's revealed that Justine, I don't know, apparently can't have kids. It's not 100% confirmed in this that she can't have kids. She just says, oh, she tried. They tried, but I'm assuming that most likely means that Justine Littlewood can't have kids, and obviously Tracey has a daughter, and it seems that it is. I was thinking initially that Jess would be her adopted daughter, but no, it's apparently her biological daughter because, again, a throwaway line in this is mentioning that of Jess's father that Tracey was with at the time. So yeah, there's a lot in this, and then for some reason that Tracey is feeling bad and that, and just goes to, again, I could be getting her name wrong, but Tracey's daughter, we'll just call her Tracey's daughter, goes to Sean's house, and then they make everything in Tracey's apartment out of cardboard. Just like she used to back then, or imagine her forcing that out of cardboard. And then you get a scene where Sean goes, can we try the relationship thing again? And Tracey actually, now we see this is off screen, but Tracey actually says no to this. She actually says no to this, and I'm glad she did. But it seems that, from later on, they seem to be friends, and then we get Cam's wedding. Oh yeah, that came out of nowhere. So yeah, Cam gets married to this woman who I'm not sure who it is, but just like this just comes out of bloody nowhere. And the only reason I think it is here is because, as I said, Tracey saying no to Sean is done off screen, because when Sean asks, hey Tracey, can we start this relationship again, it then cuts to a church and a wedding and everything, and then it's revealed to be Cam's wedding. I think that's the only reason Cam gets married in this, is just to have that did Tracey actually marry him gag, which I think just seems to be really stupid. Like, seriously, there was no foreshadowing, no build-up or anything to it. It happens. There it is. Okay. And apparently Cam is now bisexual. Which, again, just like, okay. Again, kind of came out of nowhere. Kind of just came out of nowhere, because she, at the end of the story of Tracey Beaker, she marries Gary, I think his name was. And then in Tracey Beaker Returns, it's just said, oh, we don't talk about Gary. What did he do? I'm not sure. Again, I never read any of the books, because I've only ever, the only shows I've ever watched is the story of Tracey Beaker Returns, and series 1 and 2 of The Dumping Ground, and then the odd episode here and there if it's on. But yeah, Danny Harmer, though, gives a really good performance in this, particularly during the scenes where she's depressed and that, and has basically a mental breakdown in scenes. It just shows how much, she has evolved as an actress, and it's a shame that she is kind of stuck with this character, because she has tried several times to go into more adult shows and adult acting, but obviously, that Tracey Beaker, mark is just forever there, and which is most likely why she's returned to the character, a few times now. So, the ending to this, again, there'll be spoilers here, is that Jess, again, Tracy's daughter, and Tracey go down to the coast with their dog because they need to move because someone ratted them out for having a dog in their apartment, and their apartment complex doesn't allow dogs. So they're thinking of moving to the coast by the sea and everything, and that's where it ends. And then there's a to be continued at the end. So it does look like we're going to get another series of this. Yeah, I thought this was just going to be a mini series, and this is the way it was all advertised and that. But no, apparently we're going to get, at least according to the to be continued, we're going to get another series of this. Unless the to be continued is just meant to be the story continues, but I think they would have probably used those words. So yeah, it just says to be continued. So I'm assuming we're probably going to get another series of this. And to be honest, I would like another series of this. I don't think there should be another Tracey's relationship thing. I think just like, that's gone. Okay, do something else in the second series. Episode 3 was definitely the strongest, to be honest, because it was more about, Tracey and her daughter as characters, rather than, hey, Tracey's relationship with this person, that Sean, who, to be honest, doesn't he's not very well fleshed out as a character, because on one hand he's presented as being, he's trying his best and that, and then on the other hand he's either being fucking stupid or just a little bit of an arse. So I don't know. It's a bit weird, this, to be honest. It just seems a bit inconsistent. And I think the problem is that it does feel like they have tried to shove a 2.5 hour story into 90 minutes. Honestly, it does feel like this should have been, six episodes long, to be honest, or something like that, or maybe even an extra episode, because I think 3 episodes, it just feels a bit crammed in, to be honest. Episode 3 seems fine as it is, but episodes 1 and 2, everything just kind of feels like crammed in. It's just like, oh, this is happening and this is happening. I mean, we have a side plot about Jess's friend and him trying to be a footballer. Just like, there's a few side plots that don't really need to be there, and I think it's just too much in this. Obviously, I know it's based on the book of the same name, but it just feels like there's too many things happening in this thing. I think it just, if you've only got, a 90-minute runtime total over 3 episodes, I think you really just need to cram as much as you can, trying to cram as much as you can into that. It just feels everything's kind of a bit disjointed, to be honest. I think it should have just had a stronger foot. Like, if you're going to focus on the Tracey and Sean relationship, okay, have that be the focus of it, to be honest. Like, as soon as you've got that done and that thing is paced well and satisfying, then you can start adding other things. But when you try and add so many things in to just 3 episodes, 3 half-an-hour episodes, it's just not enough now. Now, again, if it had been 6 episodes or 3-hour-long episodes, yeah, I think it would have been paced a lot better. But the way it is, My Mum Tracey Baker is still a good series. It is still a good mini-series for at least its first series. Again, whether it gets another one. But I think it just seems like it's just trying to cram far, far too much into its very short space of time. Just seeing Littlewood again was nice to see her, but again, her appearance is pointless, but then a pivotal point both at the same time. Because, to be honest, her character could have been literally anyone. Her character literally could have been any woman. having an affair with Sean. Just the fact it's Justine Littlewood, is just to add home to it. But yeah, it just feels like, it's just a way of shoehorning Justine Littlewood into the story. So yeah, it would have been nice if it was, just a random cameo, but the fact that she is shoved into the story, we don't really get to see much any of her side of view, really. So there's a very small amount of it. So yeah, there we go. There we go. And that's it for this thought on watching. Let me know what you thought of this if you actually watched this. Again, it's available all on iPlayer right now, so you don't have to wait until tomorrow or Sunday to watch the other episodes. They are literally all on iPlayer right now. And I will watch Series 2 if we ever get it, and that's because it is still interesting. Tracey's daughter, though, is the least interesting character in this, though, I will say. She just doesn't seem to have that much of a personality, to be honest. She just doesn't have that much of a personality. And I just don't find her as interesting. So, yeah. But that's it for this Thoughts on Watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.